Welcome back, sports fans. Thanks for clicking into another edition of the Friday Five. A look ahead at some of the best high school football games Montana has to offer this weekend. I am Slim Kimmel with the Billings Gazette. 1 week remaining in the regular season in all classes except for AA. So we'll start in Class A, where there's still a lot to be determined. In the Eastern A, looks like everything's going to come down to that Sidney-Miles City game on Friday night at Sidney. Billings Central and Miles City should be in. If Sidney wins, they're the 1 seed. If they lose, Sidney is out and Laurel's the 3 seed. So a lot of pressure on the Eagles in that one. But like I said, Miles City's in. Assuming Billings Central and Laurel win their games against Hardin and Glendive, those Central should be in. So it all comes down to Sidney-Miles City. Big game for the Eagles, like I said. If they're in, if they win, they're in. If they lose, they're out. No pressure over there. Also in Class A, you have Dillon taking on Corvallis. If Dillon wins, everything shakes out okay in the Southwest. Butte Central getting the 1, Dillon the 2, Hamilton the 3. Central A, Belgrade's the 1. If Lewistown wins, they're the 2, and Havre's the 3. And then up in the Northwestern A, Whitefish has clinched the number 1 seed. If Columbia Falls wins, they're the 2, and Frenchtown is the 3. In Class B, I believe we have 9 or 10 of the teams decided for the playoffs. Fairfield Conrad are the 1-2 and the 1B. Glasgow and Malta are the 1-2 and the 2B. Huntley Project Baker, 1-2 in the 3B. The 4B will come down to the Columbus Red Lodge game on Friday night. If Columbus wins, they're the 1. If Red Lodge wins, assuming Roundup beats Joliet, Red Lodge is the 2 and Roundup's the 1. So some things at play there. In the 5B, Townsend is the 1. The 2 is going to be Jefferson or Whitehall, or Jefferson or Manhattan, sorry about that. And those two play each other Friday night as well. 6B, 7B, Big Fork and Deer Lodge are probably in the playoffs, and then there's a whole lot of other stuff that can be shaked out over there. So a lot of things at play in Class B still, but the playoff picture is clearing up pretty well. Shoto and Forsyth kind of looking like the teams that are going to clinch the wild card spots as well. And then in Class C 8-man football, the East is set. Webo, Fairview, Broadus, Culbertson, Bainville are your 4 seeds. In the South, Twin Bridges and Ennis play. That's the de facto conference championship. Winners 1, losers the 2. And then also in the Southern C, you got to go to my notes here. We're going through a lot of stuff. If Shields Valley wins, they're the 3 and White Sulphur Springs is the 4. If White Sulphur Springs wins that game, they're the 3 and Gardner is the 4. So Shields Valley winning, you're in, losing, you're out. In the West, we have Drummond Phillipsburg, the Flint Creek Co-op playing against Arlee. The winner of that game is the 1, the loser is the 2. And then for the 3 and 4, Charlo is likely in, and then you've got Victor, Darby, and Sealy Swan all in play there. Sealy Swan playing Darby this weekend, and the biggest game for those teams to kind of shake that out. In the North, it's kind of a mess over there. It looks like Chinook, Sims, Great Falls Central, and Belt are in, but none of the seeds are set. Things are going to change there. Chinook and Chester, Joplin, Inverness play on Saturday to kind of figure that picture out. And then in the East, pretty simple over there. Savage, Westby Granora, Richie Lambert, 1, 2, 3. The 4 is going to be either Terry or Ekalaka, the winner of their game this weekend. The South, Hobson, Moore, Judith Gap can clinch the 1 seed if they beat Roy Winifred this weekend. But if Roy Winifred wins, then you have a 3-way tie with Roy Winifred, Hobson, Moore, Judith Gap, and Custer Hysham, and you have to go to tiebreaker points, and that could be a mess. But if Hobson wins, it's easy. They're 1, Custer's 2, Roy Winifred is the 3. The 4 will be either Bridger or Grass Range Winnett. Those 2 teams meet up this weekend as well. Going into the West, Hot Springs is the 1 seed. Lone Peak and Lima play each other this weekend. The winner's the 2, the loser's the 3. And it's looking like Alberton will be the 4 seed in the West. In the North, Denton, Geyser, Stanford, Geraldine, Highwood, North Star, your top 3. Box Elder, Sunburst, Valier, and Big Sandy all still in play for the 4. I think that Box Elder clinches it if Sunburst loses it. If Sunburst wins this weekend, they play Valier. I think Sunburst is sitting pretty good there. So a lot can still change in the North, but you do have 4 teams in play for the 4th seed.